Greetings, fellow adventurers, and welcome to Hazards and Hijinks, the interactive comedy tabletop role-playing game. My name is Hero, and I am your host tonight. Thank you so very much for joining us. We know you could be anywhere on a Monday night, and we are so very happy that you're here with us. So we are just tickled pink to get the adventure started. As we all know, Captain Good and Plenty has explained the basic rules of the game, so we can just jump into tonight's specific episode. Each week we go to our social medias and we ask what kind of adventure you would like our heroes to have, and because of your contributions, we are able to build that adventure on the fly right now. None of us know what's going to happen, not even me, and that's my job, and I have no idea. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Up first, we asked our social medias what kind of monsters you wanted our players to encounter this winter season, and you picked the ice elementals. Our heroes will be going up at some point in this adventure against ice elementals. That should be a lot of fun. Next, we asked what kind of quests you wanted our heroes to go on, and they have been tasked with a delivery quest. So they will be given an item and asked to deliver that item to someone or somewhere. How very festive for the holiday season. Finally, we asked a number between 1 and 50, and from there we pulled our plot twist card to give us our plot tonight. And the plot we got was a friend has inherited a mine. It holds treasure, but it also holds an unspeakable horror. And our players asked what kind of treasure is down there and what kind of unspeakable horror is down there. So those are our 3 things for tonight. If our players get all 3, they're going to earn themselves level achievements and graduate to the next level. If they don't, well, they're still going to have a great time, and hopefully they will survive. And as a special challenge, we're throwing this out because, as you know, this show is made by you for you because we love you. And if anyone donates $50, they are going to get a signed Kitten Miss card from the whole cast of Hazards and Hijinks. It's basically just a challenge. We're going to see if you guys do it. You're crazy if you do, but also you'll get a signed card from or at the very least me. It's going to be at the very least me. Might also be Holly Scott. Maybe we can get probably get Brandon to sign it. I'm sure. Jessamyn will sign it. Yeah, it'll be fine. MC will sign it, for those MC fans out there. All right, that's your challenge for tonight. Let's get this adventure started. Now we come to my favorite part of the show, the part where I introduce our cast for tonight, starting off with everyone's favorite two-timer. Put your hands together for Gerardo Paz as Sid Ripley, the human rogue.
I have been sitting here confounded on what the sensation of tickle pick means. Like, is that a pickle tickling you, or like a blood-sucking leech in the shape of a pickle biting you?
That is an excellent question. And maybe we'll answer it tonight. Who knows? Who knows what's in that mine? All right, up next, we have everyone's favorite overwhelmed winter student. Put your hands together for Jessamyn Prince as Mildreth Milldew, the human wizard.
Hello. I'm awake. I'm here. I'm ready to tickle pigs. What was it? Is that it?
Is that what they do at Wizards College?
No, I'm paying attention. I am paying attention.
I believe it. All right, up next we have someone who always pays attention. Put your hands together for Nico Dinisi as Veryl Dryadalis, the elf berserker.
Voice in the Sky was paying attention, and I did notice that you called Sid a two-timer. Has he been going around doing hijinks with other partners in crime besides me?
Oh yeah, he puts on a fake mustache and then he joins the Survivors Guild as Rid Sipley. It's very weird.
It's heartbreaking is what it is. I'm quite betrayed. I feel
giving the game away.
That's what we have here on this show, folks. Shocks. We haven't even gotten to the adventure, and we have betrayal like no other. But luckily, we have someone who's incapable of betrayal because they are just the sweetest button on the entire team. Put your hands together for Holly Scott as Jayne Goodfields, the human warlock.
Sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? In that lane, I think, snow is glistening. Hey, it's a beautiful sight. I'm pretty happy tonight. Kill them. Kill them all.
Well done, Jayne. That was a damn good joke. Give yourself 2 HP or 2 EP, even if you're already at max, which you should be. You can give yourself a bonus on that. Well done.
It's a Houndakkah miracle.
It's a Houndakkah miracle. And as we said, tonight's episode is Happy Houndakkah Oakvale. So as we are in the holiday season, let's wish everyone a happy Houndakkah with a rousing huzzah and get this adventure started. 3, 2, 1.
Huzzah!
All right. So the cool adventurers are gathered around the warm hearth of the Broken Tankard Tavern. It's been a long time since a lot of them have been together. They've been off on their own individual adventures or stuck underground. Do we remember how long those underground adventures were? I mean, that would really be terrible if we ended up underground again. So Sid had just arrived. He'd been gone for months. Mud caked on his boots, his fine velvet vest marred from the damage of the outside world, his floral shirts stained with hard, laborious work, and even his bowler hat had the slightest little dent in it to imply that he had just had a long, hard row. He arrived back at the Broken Tankard Tavern about 2 hours ago, and after avoiding answering any questions from the tavern master for reasons that no one needs to know about, he was sitting around his friends, that being Veryl and whoever he was about to scam, who in this situation was a couple of orcs who were all wearing Happy Houndakkah shirts. They were laughing and talking about the various adventures and business opportunities that awaited them. Meanwhile, Jayne looked on with wide-eyed wonder at the decorations. The tavern master was a devout member of the Way of the Drunken Fist, so all he did is, if you wished him a happy holiday, he would give you a shot and then punch you in the face, which was a fun thing. It was a lot of fun, and Jayne had some fun with that until he tried to punch her in the face, and her magic powers buffered his hand, and she felt kind of like out of sync, like perhaps that wasn't the holiday for her. So next she saw her old friend Snugdar Tryptophan and paid a visit to the construction site where they're building the new temple to the Celestial Kitten, and that was a lot of fun. There were kittens all over the place. Everyone was giving each other brightly wrapped gifts filled with catnip and yarn. There was even a giant scratching post all covered in tinsel. But then Snugdar started talking about how they needed to come to cat Bible study 4 days a week, and while Jayne loves a good book, since Jayne's transformation, she's felt like maybe the world is a book, and she needs to read that. And so she's kind of eavesdropping on the Houndakkah revelers as they were singing Houndakkah carols and now talking with Sid. And it seems like that seems to be a pretty fun holiday. Everybody likes a good sing-along, and it seems like those orcs are in very good spirit. Of course, one who's not in good spirit would be Mildreth. Mildreth is dreading a phone call, a cell stone with her academic advisor back at the Quad A, otherwise known as Wizard College. It is the tail end of the winter session, and they should have turned in at least a first draft of their wizard's dissertation, and they've yet to do that. They know it's probably going to be a devastating phone call to report into their academic advisor, and they are doing everything in their power to just ignore the ever-looming threat of that shiny magical stone beginning to vibrate and play that dreaded jingle. At this, the door suddenly swings open, and a small dog folk priest comes in, cold from the winter air. He takes his hood off and he immediately goes up to Jayne. Hello, happy Houndakkah. Here, have a dog treat. You seem like a good girl.
Ooh, a dog treat.
Oh, they're edible. You can eat them. My dear sister Goodfields, do you know where sister Milldew is?
I think you're talking about Mildreth, and she's right there. Hey, Mildreth, this guy's looking for you.
Marvelous. My eyesight isn't what it used to be. He takes out his glasses. What with the rain and all, I can't wear my glasses outside. Oh yes, Sister Milldew. The priest comes up to you and takes out a dog treat and slides it over to you. Happy Houndakkah to a fellow good boy and girl. Did you receive my inquiry?
Tavern Master, have you been delivering my mail? I feel like maybe I have not been getting my mail. I don't.
You specifically threatened Jeremy that if he gave you any more mail, you'd turn him into something unnatural.
Oh, I remember that. It even came with visual aids, that threat.
It was like a tickling pig. It was gross.
Yeah.
Well, I was not trying to avoid correspondence from the Good Boy Church, of course, Brother Fluffinkins. I was getting a lot of junk mail, just trying to sign me up for crystal cards, and I don't need any more of those. I've got enough debt as it is. So I'm so sorry. Perhaps maybe I did not catch your letter.
That's quite all right. No one needs any more crystal cards credit. That's for sure. We maxed out our cards building the new church.
You
And then we had to get everyone, all those chew toys and various other sundries on behalf of the holiday. This community has really been welcoming to us as soon as we started giving them gifts.
Which I was honestly surprised by, because I felt like your gifts were very niche. I did not think they were going to have mass appeal, but apparently more people than I know need a good chomping tool. So
you look and you see the orcs are just chomping down on like little inflatable elves. Just they squeak.
It's a good stress
The
reliever.
squeaks sound like.
Just real quick, do you have any more of those dog treats? Because they're really tasty, and I wouldn't mind another one.
Yeah, mine Mildred.
Of course. Tavern Master, pour us a glass of piping hot cocoa to go with these delicious dog treats. There you are. And he drops a whole handful.
They taste like bacon.
Well, anywho, the inquiry is a very specific one. As you know, Brother Rex, before he relinquished his assets and titles to take up the cloth, was the heir to a very successful Insinkite mining company, and his father has recently passed. The good boy rest his soul, and he has left him, and thus the church, the mine of Insinkite. And as you know, we have a bit of a crystal card credit problem. And so we're thinking that maybe we would appraise the Insinkite in this mine to determine if we can turn it into some type of asset for the church.
Great. I mean, yeah, I do. Brother Rex definitely, he talked about his wealthy dad a lot for someone who's, pledged his loyalty and all possessions to the church. But that sounds really great. And do you think that maybe if it's like there's valuable stuff there, that maybe the church will help pay off some of our debt that we took out specifically to help the church build its property? That would be great.
Oh, of course. Forgiveness, especially financial forgiveness, is a core tenet of the good boy.
Wonderful. Okay.
Now, I entreat you as a faithful member of the good boy that you put together a team of your bravest and most capable cool adventurers to delve into this mine, assess the value of the Insinkite, and get rid of the unspeakable horrors that seem to be infesting it. All right, goodbye.
Okay, great. Is there like a timeline on this or anything? No.
Oh, yes. It's stipulated in the will that if this is not done within a fortnight, they're going to blow the mine up.
Okay. That's good to know. I appreciate that. And exactly, how close have we gotten now to the fortnight deadline?
Well, when I sent the initial inquiry to you, it was 16 days, but now it will be blown up at dawn. So urgency is the matter.
That sounds right. Okay, well, I've got some friends here who are really good at knowing the value of things.
Value?
Sid, right?
Value? Things?
Yeah.
Expensive? Sorry,
Sid is one
my
of our
ears just moved at
best
reflex.
Yeah, he's a real connoisseur when it comes to shiny rocks and such. So
Oh, really? Brother Flufferkin comes up and he extends his paw. It's always nice to meet a fellow connoisseur.
Yeah. Real glowing praise, Mildreth. Hey, your name, not Rex. Name?
I'm
you?
Flufferkin.
Fluffakins. Your new church that you're building has a break room, right?
Oh, of course it does. We have a playpen, and we have an outdoor space, and we have a rumpus room.
Does your place need a refrigerator, please? I need to offload this stuff as soon as possible.
Well, as it so happens, refrigeration is a core tenet of the good boy's belief system. Everything must be its proper temperature. And are you implying that you have access to a lot of refrigerators?
Yes. And they need to be getting rid of really soon.
I can send a letter to the kennelry and the high pup and see if they would be interested in purchasing all of these refrigerators off of you. But of course, that would need the supplementation of that insinkite. If we don't have that mine operational, we won't be able to afford any refrigerators this season.
I'm in. Anyone else here in agreement?
I'll do it.
Well,
is this to replace the old refrigerators that you would put acolytes in when they were the improper temperature?
Well, we can't have a good boy being too hot under the collar.
I have a question.
Yes, of course, Sister Goodfields.
Would doing this get more of those things that taste like the cardboard boxes of raisins? Then I would love.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I can guarantee if you help in this, we will give you all of the freshest baked dog treats for the whole entirety of Houndakkah.
Okay, I'm in.
Jayne, I feel like if we get this much money that we could even make our own stuff, and you could have your own flavor named after you for all we care.
You already had me a dog treat, Sid.
Yep. So it's a pretty good team we've got here.
I never. The three of you are a good team. Yes.
Okay. Can I just Veryl?
I mean, it is the holidays. This is my time off. I don't.
But I just Veryl, bring it in here. Can you bring it in here for just a second?
Yes, that's close enough. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm good too.
I really need your help on this because Brother Fluffykins is really triggering, and I cannot do this by myself.
I know it's a terrible idea for you to continue education at a formal institute. I don't know. You're in so much debt, and you're so overworked. You have until what? What do they say? At dawn tomorrow? Is that the deadline? It's the holidays. This is silly. You should be relaxing. Why don't you just try to get? Why don't we just? How about this, everyone? Everyone, bring it in. So So of course,
all of the orcs come in. They're still chewing on their chew toys.
That toy is quite offensive to me. But, yeah,
I've asked them, but that's the thing with the church is they don't listen. You say things are traumatizing,
are you
and they're like, it's
we don't
character
listen?
building, and
Because we're a bunch of good boys, and we listen.
Oh,
and they all sit.
Oh, good boys. Okay, so do you think that maybe we could just all perhaps we could just kind of peruse the mine a little bit, and if we find just happen to find, if we find anything of value, instead of wasting time trying to figure out if it's valuable or not, let's just get as much of it out as possible. And whether it's valuable or not, if the mine explodes, you'll still get half credit.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, that sounds, so you're going to help. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about help.
You know valuable stuff.
Tag
You're
along.
okay, churches during the holidays is the worst time of year. They guilt everybody into giving them everything. And if you are not a good enough girl, you go to the fridge. Okay? So we are going to do this.
I wasn't paying attention to your negotiations, but I just realized that the tavern master put chocolate in this hot cocoa, and as we all know, that's deadly to everyone. He then pours it out. So we'll just have to settle for water. I'll have a fresh pot of piping hot water when you get back. Good luck. Here's the map. He hands you a map to the mountains of death.
And he dumped that out.
The mountains of what?
The mountains of death.
Sid, are you okay with this?
For some reason, you're starting to sound more like me than me with all of this. I just wanted to put that out there.
Oh, well, I mean, perhaps it's just familiarity breeds comparability. I don't know. I'm starting to, it's like we're an old married couple. We've been working together for so long. I'm just becoming pragmatic is all.
Let's roll a 1d8 because we got a donation from the audience.
Woo!
Thank you.
7. All right, let me take a look at what 7 does.
Is it good? Sounds like it's
Like
good.
that
Sounds
number.
good.
That'll do.
All right, so Jayne, you have been cursed with the Raven's curse.
That's not.
You are only able to aid, defend, or heal allies. Birds of a feather. As you bite into one of the dog treats, and a spectral raven comes out and goes,
Birdie! Hi, Birdie!
and then flies away, cursing you with the Raven's curse.
I warned you about the treats.
They bake ravens into the dog treats.
Well,
Multiple kinds of birds.
Of foul in there.
Yeah.
What's foul is fair. So time's a wasting.
First they catch the birds and then they play with them a little bit and then they put them in the treats, and you never know when you're gonna get one or not. So yep.
I'm sad that the birdie flew away.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I am more than okay with going to the mountains of death, because what I fear is, let's just say there's some bad things happening, and
I know. You need to get rid of those refrigerators. I warned you about that investment, about all those refrigerators.
The problem with cheating death is death always saves the receipts.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's part of why I love it. So organized.
Yes, and I hope you keep the receipt on that tuition.
Yes.
For that.
Oh no, they send me the receipt every month to tell me how much interest has been accrued.
Oh, I mean, that should be enough. Why do we need this mine? You know, it's just all the tuition that everyone is paying to this church.
The church takes donations. The tuition has gone to my university, so technically I owe two establishments quite a lot of money.
Oh.
Yeah, the church is where I was raised. The university is where I'm studying currently. Both of them have deeply put me in debt and traumatized me.
So, is Houndakkah here in Oakvale just all about this? Is it just all about
Oh no, not at all. While financial obligations are a core tenet of the Good Boy's belief, along with proper temperature, the most important tenet of the Good Boy is family.
Yep.
The orcs pick up Brother Flufferkid, and they go, "We're brothers and sisters, happy Houndakkah, brothers and sisters, happy
Houndakkah." Okay.
We got coats, so we're always the right temperature.
But,
We are responsible with our finances.
all right. I think I feel a strange feeling in my chest, like
All right, let's roll a D4.
Like warm.
Odd or even?
even.
No.
That's a 2. You immediately transform into your lichen form, your werebeast form, and all of the orcs go, "It's a Houndakkah miracle!" Woo! And Brother Flufferkid goes, "I had no idea you were blessed by the good boy. You, sir, are a tricky dicky." And he pulls out a collar. He's like, "I gift this to you, avatar of the good boy, on the first night of Houndakkah. You have been granted enchanted armor from the audience." Wowie wow, that's right. So your armor increases. Let me just check. Check my notes. Your armor increases by 1. So your armor is 4 instead of 3. Be sure to change that. With you feel a warm energy kind of over coat you, and you feel like a good boy, Veryl. You feel like a very good boy.
I do feel like a good boy. I feel and I'm still in my beast form, right?
You are still in your beast
All
form.
right, I'm in my beast form, and I feel very much like a good boy, and my little tail is wagging.
I just want to say, I just want to double check something, Veryl. When you turn into your beast form, do you actually get physically larger? I just wanted to remember this.
Yes, I get larger, although I don't pay very much attention to that. I mean, all of you get smaller is more what I've noticed.
Oh, geez. So you're telling me after learning the spirit of Hanukkah, your heart grew 3 sizes this day, literally?
You know, it's possible. Actually, I feel like for the first time I've found family. They just called me a demigod or something, right? They said I'm the avatar of the good boy.
Oh, we don't want you to get too ego inflated. That is the 4th tenet of the good boy. Always be humble and sit when told to.
And then I sit.
And
I sit too. I immediately sit. And I yes.
Now
sit.
roll over.
Oh, and then I roll over too. And
all
I'm
of the
big.
orcs are
I'm very
rolling over
big
too.
though. So I'm knocking
What
over
a festive
tables.
Houndakkah. But as I said, time's a ticking. Jayne.
Yeah.
We should get going now.
Yes,
Oh.
please. Yeah.
Oh, right. And with that, the cool adventurers head out into the
Wait. I come back and I rub his belly.
Well, thank you.
Okay, bye.
With that, the cool adventurers exit outside. Now, there are a couple ways that you can get to the Mountains of Death. You can take the gondola, the sky gondola, or you can hike. Which would you prefer?
Hike.
All right, we got one for hike.
Wait, which one's faster?
Agreed.
The sky gondola is faster.
Sky gondola it is.
All
Yeah.
right.
Sorry, Jayne, but we've got less than 24 hours at this point, and we're not great at producing things on a time limit.
I really wanted to run. I got the zoomies. I really wanted to run around.
Well, it is a bit of a hike to the sky gondola, and so the 4 of you hike to the sky gondola, where there is a Duergar sitting next to a floating gondola with a large oar in his hand. All right, hi, how's it going? I'm Sylvester, captain of the sky gondola. Are you trying to go up to the mountains of doom or the mountains of despair?
Yeah.
The death
Oh,
one.
death! Mountains of death! There's a
Yes.
blizzard going on up there. Are you sure you want to do that, little girl?
Yeah, because we gotta go find some Backstreet Boys or something. I don't remember what it was. but
Oh.
we gotta go get it. There's a mine of it.
Syncite.
Wait, are
That's
you
the
saying
one.
that is Insyncite on the Mountain of Death?
We're
Yeah.
investigating whether there is syncite inside of the mountain of death, sir.
Yes.
Well,
Well, here's
this
negative
is
98
fascinating
degrees up
news.
there, so we gotta go.
All right, well, everybody board the gondola. I'm going to start singing, and we will fly up there with ease.
Okay.
Hey, where are you from, Sylvester?
Oh, me, I'm from Undava, just like all the other Duergar in this
Oh.
community.
We're from Oakvale, but I prefer to call it O-Town.
Well, that's very nice of you. Yes. I would tell the clan leaders that maybe we'll start calling it Old Town.
Please
Yeah.
don't.
I really appreciate Jayne's humor. It came from the back streets.
Yeah. Veryl, I feel like we should have a check-in about this whole Church of the Good Boy thing, because they come on strong, and they get you signed up, and they make you feel like family, and then all of a sudden they've collared you, and you think that that's a good thing, but then there's a leash on that collar. You know what I mean?
I could
Yeah, and
actually
they're all really
personally
older than
vouch-
boys. They should be called men. They should be good boys to men, for sure. I think would be better.
Oh, well, I'm
Jayne, you are struck by a black bolt of lightning. Take 2 points of
enough.
damage or lose 2 EP.
Well, there goes that funny P from the earlier.
Yeah, there is that bonus from earlier.
well,
Um,
none of you, I've never told anyone this, but it actually I was cursed to this form by the good boy, and I don't like talking about it, and I don't
Never
really
knew.
I try, but I always try to be, polite, because I know it's not their fault, that their good boy did this to me.
Sure.
But for the first time, after hearing Fluffykins call it a blessing, perhaps it was not a curse all along. Perhaps I did something right, and maybe I was always a good boy.
Yeah.
I think you get to decide how you feel about what happened to you, but the point is that they shouldn't be inflicting things on people without their consent.
Agreed. And
That's
let's not
right.
even talk about the Tupperware they try to give away when they initiate new members. I have at least 5 of them, all broken the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, and they give you the bottom parts, but then the lids, none of them fit, and you realize that you've got to find bottoms that fit the lids that they gave you, or vice
Oh,
versa, and that's
do you
really
think I came back
expensive,
so
and they
many
never
times?
mentioned that.
I mean, to be fair, it was very clear that if you chew the sacred good boy chew toy, when you're not a church member of the good boy, you will be cursed to be a werebeast for all of time. And I did it as a goof.
Oh, no.
It was
Well, they make
quite,
it look like a piece of bubble gum. Who
I was
wouldn't?
a very bad boy.
I just want to double check something, voice in the sky. We're on the gondola, right? And it's
We're
moving.
on.
Yes,
every
you are
step?
on the gondola. Sylvester is singing and oaring the air. And as you are going up closer and closer to the mountains of death, you see a swirling torrent of ice and shale, and it is. Sylvester undersold it when he said it is a blizzard. This is like the blizzard. It's lightning is cracking through it. Trees are being uprooted. Okie dokie, you might want to step yourself in. It's going to get a little bumpy. Ah! And then he's blown off of the gondola. Hey.
I feel like there should have been a safety rig or something for him. Like, gosh.
Well,
The gondola kind of stops in the air and is just floating on the edge as the wind is whipping at you, but the blizzard itself is getting closer and closer. What do you do?
I would like to do a perception check. I want to be able to see if I can listen to the proximity where Sylvester's falling. So maybe they're shouting some words of advice to us as they're plummeting to their inevitable doom.
Yeah, sure. Let's roll a perception check. You are skilled in that, so it's a d20 plus a 1d6. He's falling pretty fast, and the wind's whipping around, so I'm going to set this check at 16. 15. You just missed it. You can take the failure. You can burn some EP to turn it into a success.
I'm going to use some EP by cupping my hand. That just improves.
Fair enough. Burn 4 EP to turn it into success as
Can I
you cup
assist?
your hand. As you cup your head, what was that, Veryl?
Can I assist?
The die's already rolled, so we can't.
Okay,
assist
never mind.
this way. But you hear him go, "Whatever you do, don't stop singing."
Oh,
Wow. He fell one direction down right onto the Rascal Flats.
You are struck by another black bolt of lightning.
I'm more impressed that my cupping of the ear made everybody else hear it.
I didn't hear anything. What's
I
happening?
didn't hear it. I just was noting that he fell down.
Yeah.
He said, "Don't stop singing." I think.
At that moment, you realize no one is singing, and the gondola immediately begins dropping towards the tiny mountain below.
Houndakkah.
oh, Houndakkah.
And I
Absolutely.
will take
Oh, chewy are your
I'll
branches.
be singing a parody
How
song.
good of a boy.
Wait,
This is
stop,
not
stop,
a
stop, stop,
boy,
stop,
yeah.
stop, stop, stop,
This
stop,
is
stop.
just a bit. What? Sorry. This is just a
Can we settle on one song on one tune?
Oh yeah, I
At
think we
this
should do
moment,
that.
it's a wicker gondola, right?
It is. Yeah.
I'm going to break off a wicker and hold it like a metronome.
Thank God.
Wind in the sky. I'm sorry, wind in the sky. Voice in the sky.
Yes.
Is there
Also
is there a manual, like an emergency manual with like songs
Hello, I'm
flying around that I could?
No, but I will remind you, in your past life, you were a bard, so you are the
Yes.
only person on this boat who has on the gondola who has the performance skill.
Ah, yes. Okay. So, and I know, I know the gondola song, I guess.
I don't know. That's a question for you. Do you know the gondola song?
We are starting to fall again.
Yeah, it's starting to fall again. You're right.
Really pick something.
Jayne. I think Jayne also knows this song. Jayne, can you get us started?
Okay. Let's see. Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm going to assist with my
Yeah,
baton
yeah.
movement.
All right, let's roll the assist.
We gotta snap and sync, everyone.
Tin cats.
Gotta try.
Let's roll the assist. We need an 11 or better. D20.
You might be.
Oh, 9. It's a hindrance. Okay. Jayne is also assisting, so let's roll another D20. We need 11 or better.
Might be
Fly,
falling
fly.
down. But
Oh, that
it's
one's a
not
success, so they cancel each other out. All right. Veryl, we're going to
Guess
set
it's
this
time.
performance check at 14. Let's roll the D20 plus 1D6. It's a nat 20! Oh, critical hit. So why don't you tell me what happens, Veryl?
So Veryl knows a lot of songs, but every song he tries to go through, just none of it is making it fly. But somehow Jayne just figured out that just by going, "Oh yeah," over and over again, like different variations of that, like just different non-lyrical sounds, just going, "Oh," like all over, like just as high-
Vibrato.
Yes, and that is all it took. It's a little bumpy, but it gets.
Yeah, it's a
us
little
there.
bumpy, but
That's
it's
the
cutting
point
through the
vibrato.
blizzard quite effectively.
She's
As
hitting all the scales. She's doing a Mariah
as
Carey.
the voice trebles and ascends and timbers, it matches the turbulence of the blizzard, and you successfully land on the side of one of the mountains of death. You look at the map, and sure enough, this is very close to your destination. You are within a walking distance of the mine. Huzzah!
I
That means
think
I
I
could
know
run.
the name of that song that you just sung, Jayne,
Oh,
That was great. That was
it was
really
a lot.
but
It
I think I
was-
could give it a name.
Oh, it was called it was called The Gods Must Have Spent a Little More Time on Juice.
great. Juice.
Yep, you are struck by another black bolt of lightning.
May I try a name?
I didn't say-
Yes, go ahead.
All I want for Christmas is Yule.
Oh! You were also struck by a black bolt of lightning. Let's do
This is a bad
Person.
storm, you guys. We should get inside. Okay. Stop trying to name things.
Yes, so as the ice is pelting down on you, you quickly see the cave entrance above it. It does say Rex Insinkite Mining Company. But then a wall of ice just kind of blows past your vision and you can't see clearly anymore. To make it successfully to the mine, someone in the party is going to have to do a nature check. Do we have anybody who is trained in nature?
I am, but I don't think I'm allowed to.
You're allowed. No, you're not, but you can aid.
Oh, I will aid someone with my nature skill.
All right, then let's roll a D20. We need 11 or better.
Hey,
19.
nice.
So whoever makes the check, they get a bonus. If you don't have nature,
I have nature. I do.
all right. Well, then we'll set this check at 16, and we have 2d6 added to the d20. That's
Wow.
26. Yes. Veryl, excited to finally be able to run, just starts running on all fours through the snow, bounding through the snow towards the mine, clearing a path through the snow that all three of you quickly follow. You arrive at the mouth of the mine. It is a shallow cavern with an elevator that descends deeper into the mine itself.
Yay, elevators. I love elevators. I'm a big fan of them recently.
Yes, you've become a big fan of them of late.
You know, I really
remember-
feel the
I remember
presence
when
of
Jayne was on the
Oh.
elevator and she was not only thrilled with going down, but then she was double thrilled when she realized she could ride the elevator up. It was 2 rides in 1 according to her.
Right.
That's how elevators work.
Because it had a button pad but it was like digital, so I could go digital, get down. This.
Both of you are struck by 2 more black bolts of lightning.
Ooh!
What is the damage? Oh, okay.
Both of you.
All right.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Jayne is burning all of her EP first.
Yes. Accurate.
All right. Beside you is you see a dog folk frozen in a thick layer of ice, just like
Why?
around his neck is a key, which you recognize as matching the elevator's input. So the only way to go down, you can try jumping down or manually trying to override, but the key would probably be the quickest way there.
Sure. I would also like to summon his ghost.
All right. Yes, let's do an Arcana check. So we'll set this one at 14, and you get your bonus because of your magic wand, so 2d6. Ooh, it's an at 1. Why don't you tell me what happens?
Well, I've been a little preoccupied lately with trying to get through this call, and there hasn't been any service, and I'm a little worried that my crystal phone is dead, so I instead summon the ghost of a crystal phone, and it just kind of hovers there and tells me that I've missed a call from my professor.
Yes, the spectral image of a cell stone appears in front of you, and it begins to go, "Hello? Mildreth? This is your mother! Your academic advisor called me! You're not returning her calls!"
I thought that you're supposed to be in church right now. They get mad if you make calls and you leave
And
the
you're
service.
supposed to be at the nunnery for the good boy! What are you doing at some academic university?
It's a long story. I feel like we should check in more often.
Well, and who's responsible for not doing that? I didn't even know this was your number!
I know where you were because you moved away without telling me.
Buddy here want popcorn?
I do.
The phone dissipates, but the magical energy shoots into the frozen dog folk, but it like twists and mangles the ice. Jayne, roll a d6. We're gonna need high, middle, or low.
I'm gonna take a middle.
Oh, I'm sorry, not Jayne. Mildreth, my apologies.
Okay.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Oh,
High, middle, or low?
I'm gonna go low.
Okay, let's go low.
Yeah.
We're looking for a 1 or 2. It's a 5. That's high. The ice shatters into the form of a bear, a massive bear made of ice with the dog folk kind of frozen still in the center of it. And you realize you have accidentally summoned an ice elemental. It takes a swing at everybody. Let's roll a d6. 3. That is only going to hit Sid, and it's going to hit you by 1, Sid. So let me check real quick what that is. Boom, boom, boom. It's going to hit you by 1. So that's a tiny bit of damage. You can take 1 point of damage, or you can have something weird happen.
Oh, no. I remember last time with something weird. This is just going to hurt my face right now.
All right, yeah, the ice elemental punches you in the face, and a tiny little bit of ice freezes your cheek for 1 point of damage. The ice elemental starts marching towards Mildreth.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
You're struck by a black bolt of lightning is what you'd do. And the ice elemental goes, I'd call my mother.
Wow, okay. God, you know what? Holidays and family
sweet.
are just hard for some people, okay?
Hard as ice. And then it slams its fist down again. Let's roll a d8. 2. He's not very effective. That matches you. Everyone else avoided the hit, but that matches you, Sid. So because it matches, you can do something cool. For burning 4 EP, you can get a free attack off on it if you want.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, burn 4 EP, and we'll roll 3d6 for you. Wow, 15 points of damage. Describe the attack. How do you attack it?
Oh, that's easy. So by this time, the ice elemental, like the dog is in the ice elemental?
Yeah, the dog is in the center of the ice elemental.
Okay, so the
Still
dog
dead.
kind of gets dislodged by the ice elemental.
Mm-hmm.
Then the key is floating in the sky,
Yeah,
and the
Let's
ice
take the
elemental
match.
is towering over us, right?
yeah.
So what I'm going to do is, hey, ice elemental, what do you call something that gets an ice elemental around in the Arctic? A Klondike.
You are struck by a black bolt of lightning,
And it
Sid, but it
funnels
passes
into the
through
key.
the ice elemental, inflicting 15 points of damage. That pun was cold, brother. That would make it Veryl's turn. Veryl, what do you do?
Okay.
I know I could use these to my advantage one day.
Leave it to Sid Ripley to figure out how to use the punishment to his own advantage.
Let's see. What do I do? So it's all made of ice.
Yeah, it's all made of ice.
It's all made of ice.
Big old ice elemental.
It's
Shaped
right.
like a bear with a dog inside of it, you know.
Oh,
As
is
you
the
do.
Bear
dog?
with the dog inside.
The dog's just kind of trapped inside of there.
Frozen
He's
inside.
dead. He's very dead too.
Oh, right. Well,
Yeah.
Veryl doesn't understand that right now in beast form. He's like really hopeful that his fellow dog folk brethren that he feels that he has a brotherhood with now is still alive. Okay, Veryl is still filled with the spirit of Houndakkah.
Yeah.
So he's going to try to he's going to try to use. I don't have persuasion, do I? I have performance though, don't I?
You have performance. You don't have persuasion.
You know, he's going to try to intimidate the ice elemental by using he's going to try to perform a exorcism.
Okay.
A literal
let's-
performance.
Mm-hmm. It's an intimidation, possibly. Not sure.
It's not a performance. It's not a
Because I don't have any arcane abilities really, besides turning into I'm cursed, right? So, but I can, but I'm just going to try to use. I'm going to be like the power of the good boy
of an exorcism. I get you. Yeah. All right, let's set this check at 18. We'll roll a d20 plus 1d6. Ooh, 10. You failed. You can burn some EP to turn it into success, or you can take the failure.
I'm going to burn some EP to turn it into success.
All right, you burn 4 EP to turn it into a success. The ice elemental goes,
No, I can't go back to the blade of cold. Let me live in this paradise.
I'm just barking. Like that's the exorcism.
The ice elemental takes a step back. That would make it Mildred's turn. Mildred, what do you do?
I think probably the best call here is just to do some basic necromancy, right? Because that's what I do. I do necromancy. That is what I do.
You do
necromancy. Basic necromancy.
Yeah, I can do some basic necromancy, and so I wish I could have, asked his ghost first, but that didn't quite work, and we're in a pinch. So I am just going to try to raise the dead within the ice elemental, allowing him to break out from within with a creamy frozen center breaking out of a chocolate shell, that sort of thing.
Kind of like a Klondike bar.
I'm loving this through line. Okay, yeah, let's we'll set this check at 14. No, we'll set it at 16 because you failed once before to contact his spirit, and now you're trying to animate his body, so it's a little bit harder.
Could I use my Vecna's Big Book of Evil to help summon a hostile undead?
Yes, you absolutely can. Let's roll a. Give me 1 sec. Let me look how the mechanic on that works real quick. Oh yeah, 1d4. All right, so odd or even?
Odd.
3. It's odd. Yes, the ice elemental is cowering as Veryl continues to bark at it, and then the frozen dog folk at the center clenches his fist. And instead of having he goes, and then he shatters himself out of it, and he drops down because you have summoned a wight, an undead monstrosity of great potency and power. It looks at you and goes,
Well, thanks for that. I have a new leash on life. A new leash on life.
That was a good joke. This is funny. Good joke.
Yeah, my name's
coming for the dog.
I'm Klondog. Nice to meet you.
Ow, that was good.
Klondog Cornelius.
Klondog, lovely, wonderful. Do you have any of your memories from the time you were alive before?
Of course I do. I was the supervisor of this here mine. We were mining in Syncite to make all them records and whatnots out of so that people could listen to their music from their favorite bards.
Yeah, I really heard this place was a real platinum and gold factory too.
Oh, yes. It quite is. Very good. Well, I'm kind of overwhelmed with a burning desire to attack all of living life and absorb it through my cold dead hands, but I also feel somewhat obligated to give you a pass on account of getting me out of that old pickle. So, Klondog Cornelius is gonna say adios, amigos, and he takes off the key and drops it. If you're planning on going down to the mine, I'm just gonna warn you, there's unspeakable horrors down there, and it's gonna blow up in about 6 hours.
Yeah,
all right.
If you just stayed, maybe you could help us. If you stayed, no, you're not gonna stay. Okay, great.
If I stayed, in fairness, good lady, if I stayed, I would rip your warm hearts out of your chest and eat them because I am an undead monstrosity. I'm fine. It's taking everything in my body not to do that right now.
You
I have a
go live
question.
your truth.
Yes, little girl.
Can I pat you on the head?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Could you just give us a
his
statement
hair
that
is
there's
frozen stiff, and as you pet, like it kind of flakes off.
Oh.
I call that a wake. Kick miss.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a funny joke.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
He
What's the
steps
black
out.
lightning?
He's struck by a black bolt of lightning.
Ah!
So just it's the weather. Okay, but you can definitely confirm that there's valuables in this mine, right? So
Oh yes, we there's the biggest vein of in syncite I've ever seen in my entire life.
great. If you could sign this statement, this legally binding document saying that there are valuable syncite veins in this mine, then we can avoid the whole explosion. We don't even have to go down there. Like,
Wait, stop, Mildreth. We need to have a witness for every legal document. Trust me, I know this.
Yep,
Can
he's
you not
right.
witness?
He's
Aren't
right.
You can be a witness. I can be a witness.
In
I feel
addition
like
to
we've
the
got
supervisor of
witnesses.
this here mine, I'm an amateur lawyer, and yes, that is a truism. You need a witness, and I'm not a viable witness on account of being an undead monstrosity that wants to rip out your warm hearts. By the way,
Not to
can I rip out your
mention-
warm hearts?
No, but thank you for asking.
All right, it's getting harder and harder to stop myself.
Right,
Just
that's
throw
it.
that out there.
Okay, well, I'll let you be on your way. I just should point out, amateur lawyer's not a thing. Like, you can be a notary, but not. Anyways, go.
Fair enough. Well,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to be led in a court of law anytime soon. On account, he picks up his giant pickaxe. On account, the compulsion to just take this pickaxe and cave in your skulls and rip out your hearts.
Great.
I'm going to go hunt this mountain. All right, bye, everybody.
Bye, Klondog.
That would have been fun. Why didn't you try to do it? I would have liked that.
Jayne, I think you'd like your skull intact. We need to talk when we get back.
I need to run a perception check on Jayne a bit. I feel like she's a little happier than normal. I just want to know, like, her smile ratio a lot higher than her normal one. This is just for me.
It's because everyone else has this holiday spirit, and I don't have a holiday, but I'm suckling off from everybody else, and it's making me feel a little happier. That's all. One day I'm gonna find the right holiday for me, and I will have that joy inside me. But right now, it's all coming from outside, baby.
Now this is quite the combination. We have Jayne, who's full of holiday spirit, and Veryl, who likes downing spirits of the holidays.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Now that I've sworn allegiance to the good boy,
They know. They're always watching to see if you've been naughty or nice.
Oh, really? Where are they? I wanted to say hi. Are they
They're
gonna
in
give
the
me
collar.
pets? Ow, yeah, it's a little itchy.
Yeah.
Also, I found this magic torch, and it's giving me very much joy.
Nice. Veryl, high, low, or middle?
Middle.
All right, middle. We're looking for 3 or 4. Oh, all right. Yes, it's itchy because it's an anti-flea collar, which you've never had before. So all of the fleas that you've accrued over your many years with this curse are leaping from your body, fleeing the collar.
Oh, blessed day. Thank you, good boy. I'm so filled with the holiday spirit. I think my heart is getting bigger. And I also feel that the good boy is like filling me with an intense desire to dig and to search and to dig.
Well, you should take
mainly
advantage
digging.
of that. You move towards the elevator as Sid picks up the key and activates the elevator. Do you all go down?
Yeah.
Or some of you going down? What's going on?
I'm going down.
I feel I've got this call that I'm waiting on, and my service is already pretty spotty.
All right, let's roll an odd or an even. Give me a D4. Odd or even. Okay, even.
Okay.
4 even. You catch just enough signal to see that there are 18 missed calls
Yeah.
on your cell phone.
You guys, I feel I trust all of you implicitly to be able to handle this, and I gotta call. I gotta make a call.
Okay, bye.
All right, and With that, the three cool adventurers step into the elevator and descend down into the mine as Jayne remains, or as Mildreth remains. Sorry, I'm sorry about that. As you descend down the mine, you can see light reflecting off of this illuminous metal. This is obviously insinkite. It reverberates with a harmonic sound that's just like as you descend down, and you realize that this mine is larger than you expected. In fact, one could say it's larger than life.
That's not an insect.
You then arrive at the lowest level of the mine, and you can see the enormous vein of insinkite running up through it. And despite what you had been warned, and despite what Klondog had said, there appears to be no unspeakable horrors down here. In fact, now that you have a clear view of the insinkite and the operating the mining equipment, it would take a very small crew of enthusiastic orcs to take this mine and get it operational again in no time. You quickly pull out your sketchbook and quickly jot down some notes of all of the things, but everything seems normal. Do you want to explore the mine a little bit, or do you want to head back up?
Explore.
All right.
I feel like with
Jayne just leaves.
Yeah, Jayne just,
I think
Jayne just starts down one of the mine shafts.
Jayne!
What?
No, I'm saying that as you run away, because obviously you're not going to be listening to me.
Oh, right, it's true. Bye.
Just real quick, voice in the sky.
Yeah.
Can I roll the die to see how much I'm able to resist the urge to slap myself in the face? Go face palm. I just want to know.
Yeah, high, low, or middle.
Let's go with low.
All right, we're looking for a 1 or 2. Oh yeah, you slap your face so hard. you slap your face so hard right now. You take 2 points of damage.
I voice in the sky, my instincts kick in, and I want to go like lick Sid's face to make him feel better.
You begin licking his face. The two of you have always been close, but this is definitely the closest you've ever been.
Jayne sees that from down the hall and goes, ah, and then keeps running.
Jayne, as you continue down the mine, let's roll a D4, odd or even.
Odd, because I'm always odd.
You are always odd. It's 3. You cut down the mine. It's very dark, not very well lit, but now you see a green glowing light, and you begin following it. Your heart begins racing as you don't know what's down here. Is it a monster? Is it a friend? Is it the spirit of the season itself? And as you turn the corner of the mine shaft, you see an enormous, lanky boglin with a red hood on, and he has a white beard kind of tied to his face, and he's holding a big sack of misgotten goods. And he turns to you and goes, "But hi there.
Hi.
How are you?"
All right.
"Oh, no, little girl." He drops the big bag.
I'm not a little girl. I'm 14 now. Well, actually, I'm more than that. But it looked like I'm 16 now.
Well, apologies, young woman.
I appreciate you.
Well, and you probably wouldn't want something from old Gruber the Grinch, would you?
That's not true. I do want stuff.
No. Well, you found me, and when you catch old Gruber the Grinch, he's got to give you a bribe so he can continue on his nefarious ways. So let me see what I got here in my sack of ill-gotten goods.
Yes,
ooh, I got something for Jayne Goodfield, the not-so-little rascal. He begins looking through.
How do you know my name?
Oh, well, because I'm the spirit of Grubanacht, the greatest thief of the holiday season. I steal from the rich and give to myself. I steal from the poor and give to myself. I steal the Yule, I steal the Houndakkah, I steal the egg noggin, and the kitten mitts scratching post too. But if I'm caught, I give something to you.
Hold on. You steal stuff from my friend's favorite holidays? I don't like that at all.
Why did you say your friend's favorite holidays? Do you not have a holiday of your own?
No, we didn't have holidays when I was growing up.
Oh, well, that's a shame. I didn't have a holiday either. That's why I started taking the best parts of other holidays. And by doing that, people appreciate what they have a little more because they don't have everything, you know?
But when you take it away from other people, does that mean they don't get to have it anymore?
Oh, I mostly take decorations, things they box up most of the year anyway.
Oh, well, okay then. I can be bribed.
And the best part is they get to buy new decorations and new cartons of egg noggin. And the spirit fills them up and they are bright as gold.
Oh, okay. Well, do I get to pick what you're going to give me or should I just like get surprised?
Well, what would a good little scoundrel do?
Oh, I'm not a scoundrel, but
Well, then how did you catch me, young lady?
I walked and you were just standing there, so I touched you in the back.
Fair enough. I was leaning into the whole spirit of the holiday. I'm still used to this.
Sorry, I'm new at this holiday stuff. Let me try. I caught you because you were Grubanachten, and I said, whoa, don't be doing no. Give me that do, and then you can go.
Very well. Then in accordance with Grubernacht, I will bribe you so you don't throw me off of the Nakatomi Tower. And
I will do that.
He pulls out a big jar of mother dough. As you requested, dough.
Oh, cool. I don't know what this is, but it looks cool.
It's dough, just like you asked for. Who knows what's going to happen? You have to bake it.
Well, thank you. I will take this forever, and I hope that a slightly balding ex-police officer doesn't come and find you and throw you off the top of the tower. I hope that hasn't happened.
Well, I'll give you one more gift, Miss Jayne Goodfield, because you reminded this old Grinch of the true meaning of Grubernacht. Okay. You are a good little thief, because you stole my heart. Happy Grubernacht! He pats you on the head and gives you a tiny little bomb. Don't lose those. We're going to need them to blow up Nakatomi Tower later. And then he vanishes in a plume of glitter.
Oh, that's never gonna come out.
No, it's all over the place.
Cool.
Yippee-ki-yay, Grubanakas. Meanwhile, Mildreth, back at the mouth of the mine entrance, you're tapping on your cell stone. Do you want to attempt to use any of your skills to see if you can activate it? Are you at this point? I have to ask you just directly. Are you trying to ignore the call or answer the call?
No, I need to get, this is very important because maybe I didn't finish my thesis, but I was really close and I need some feedback and I will be able to get it done. I will, but like, it just, it's a process, right? You give a little bit, it's a rough, and then you get notes and then you refine it. So I need to make this call. This is very important for my future and my thesis. So
all right.
I'd like to use, it's a little bit naughty, but it's worth it. I'm going to use my Arcana and see if I can super boost my overclock.
Sounds good. We'll set this check. We'll have this check be open-ended. The higher you roll, the more you're going to accomplish. So let's roll 1d20 plus 2d6.
And stick my wand in the charging hole.
Nat 20. Why don't you tell me what happens?
A hologram pops up of three little dots continuing to blink, and I hear a ringtone, and it's connected. The call is connected, and Professor Grumpelstein is there, and perhaps a little surprised that I turned an audio device into now an audio-visual device, but hopefully they are equally impressed. Professor Grumpelstein, hello. Hi, I'm so sorry that I missed your calls.
Oh, that's quite all right, Mildreth. I'm quite impressed with your level of illusionary spellcrafting. I didn't realize that was one of your electives.
I didn't either. It's a new thing that I can do. I am learning new things all the time, Professor. And
Wonderful. Does that mean you're changing your major from necromancy to general arcanic?
No, and as if you know, I'm sure you received my paper, right? And in it, I lay out very clearly how I think all the general arcanas could. There's a through line that if you follow, it leads you right back to necromancy. So you know, it's all just
a radical theory, to be certain.
Yes.
I have not received your first draft of your dissertation. Is there a reason for that? Is field study proving too laborious for you?
I mean, it has certainly presented some unique challenges, but I sent you a copy. In fact, I sent you 3 copies. I sent one by mail, I sent another by bird, and then I sent a third one by whale, just to be extra sure that you got it. It's called On the Theory of the Non-Living. Right?
Yes. Okay. I see. I have not received that.
Well, if you want, I could just read it to you. I can read it to you. Right? It's only
No. Unfortunately, no. The deadline to have all assignments turned in has passed. Unfortunately, my dear, it looks as though you are no longer in academic good standing.
Okay.
Are you having some type of episode?
No, I'm fine.
All right, then. Unfortunately. Oh, hey, all right.
I'm fine.
Oh, well. Unfortunately, you'll have to go through an appeal process to be reinstated in good economic standing, or you will be labeled a sorcerer and hunted and executed.
I would be so happy to submit an appeal. What is the process on that?
Let me see. Okay, for postgraduate academic decline, if I look here, it is an immediate fine of 10,000 buckaroos.
Buckaroos?
And in order to apply for the appeal, it is another payment of 10,000 buckaroos.
Oh.
And a wizard's duel with the leader of your specific school, which of course would be the unkindly lich.
Oh no, I'm familiar with Phil. He's quite acclaimed.
Yes. So I will start processing that appeal, and I will say that you are challenging the unkindly lich to a duel of wizardry to the death. And should you survive, you will be restored to good standing. And we will add the penalty as well as the fee to your overall student debt.
Right, send that right on through Fidelity Gnome Services. They know who I am.
Oh, yes, Fidelity Gnome Services. If there are any surcharges, we'll just apply them to your existing debt.
Yeah. You're absolutely certain you did not get my thesis, because I really did send it. I did. I worked really hard on it, and
find it. It's still late.
Right.
And then he disappears.
In through the nose. Through the mouth.
What do you do? What do you do, Mildreth?
If I add that to my total, I do math. I'm gonna do some math right now just to figure out.
Oh yeah, he appears again.
Oh, my dear.
Yes.
Happy absolute zero. And then he disappears again.
The holidays.
If you were to take a good chunk of that insinkite, just kind of for yourself,
Right. I mean,
that could probably pay for the appeal and the late penalty and the penalty.
like the church will get plenty. I'm sure there's a lot down there already. And I'm sure that Klondog was not the only one who lost their life to this mine. So, using the theories that I've worked really hard on and studied quite a bit, I would like to cast Ghost Helper to lead me to some free-standing, easily pickable insinkite, please.
Yeah, very well. Let's roll a.
Oh God, am I stealing from the church now? Does this count as stealing from the church?
That's
I don't want to. Don't
between
answer
you
the
and the
question.
boy. All right, let's roll a d20 plus 2d6. We're going to need a 18 or better. What happened, Mildreth?
I think that perhaps I find a nice vein of an insinkite and I do summon a ghost. It's just not in the right order, and it's certainly not the ghost I wanted to summon. And
Yeah,
instead, the bishop, dead bishop of the Good Boy Church, witnesses me trying to steal the insinkite.
Yes. The old bishop that oversaw the nunnery that you were raised in appears.
Oh, I'm no longer dead. What a change. Mildreth, are you trying to pilfer that? Very well. Your temperature is all out of whack. There's only one way to fix that. 98 degrees!
No!
A fire elemental bursts forth from underneath it.
I am Lachey, the Fire Lord. Are you tuna or chicken?
And then he exhumes a big old plume of fire. We've summoned a big bad evil monster courtesy of the audience. And Jayne, or Mildreth, you are currently fighting it alone.
Yeah, I noticed that. I have a lot of students.
Meanwhile, in the mine itself, Jayne returns back with a large jar of dough to Sid and Veryl. As you hear like an explosion from the top of the mine, and the whole mine begins shaking. At first, you think, "Oh no, this is the cave-in that they were talking about," but no. It's you see all of the dynamite strapped to various points, and those haven't gone off. And you start to smell fire and see a lot of like water rushing down the elevator shaft.
Uh-oh. My dough is gonna become wet dough. Oh no.
Hope this elevator is like that dough's yeast and is fast rising.
Both of you are struck by black bolts of lightning.
Why did I get struck? I just said the water's being wet.
Because I said.
All right. I should get a at least I get one free pun later. Then
Yes, you get one free pun later. I'll give that to you.
thank you.
What do the three of you do?
Voice in the sky. Oh, go.
No, you go.
Oh, okay. So I just want to make sure I'm understanding what's going on. So there's water in the elevator. There's and
Yeah, so it's just an elevator shaft. So it's the framework of an elevator. You can kind of see at the top of the mine, there's an intense light coming from up there.
yes.
And water is kind of rushing down the elevator shaft, which leads you to believe that there's something really hot up there because it's melting the ice.
Ah,
Can I do an alchemy check?
Yeah, of course you can do an alchemy check.
I'll
What would
explain
you like
it
to
is if I
accomplish with
can.
this alchemy check?
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking because I'm really good at this. I have dough, which might be fast rising. It's
Mhm.
wet, and I also have a bomb, which would activate the yeast real fast.
It certainly would.
So I could get us up there real quick if I do it right.
I love it. Yes, let's roll an alchemy check. We'll set this check at 16 or better. So 1d20 plus 1d6. 15. So we just missed it. You can burn some EP or you could take the failure.
Oh, you know what? I wasn't supposed to be doing that anything because it's not really an aid or defense, so I should.
Oh
take the
yeah.
failure.
So yeah, you broke your curse.
Well, I didn't break it. The curse affected what its outcome.
Yes. All right. I will allow
I
that.
tried to do something and it
You
failed.
take the bomb. You take the bomb and you put it inside the dough and you set it down and you gather everybody up to kind of and it blows up, summoning another big bad evil monster.
Oh,
This is a dough golem. It is a dough golem kind of steps out of and he's like, why am I alive? Existential crisis. And it's going to roll a d6.
Hmm.
No, my peers always said my quest for dough would be my undoing, but this is a little ridiculous.
That was a 2. Yeah, all right. Well then that misses everybody but Sid. It matched you, so you can do you can burn some EP to do something cool if you want.
Not going to this time.
All right, you're not going to.
I'm just going
So it
to
just
put-
kind of swings around
I'm
wildly
just
as
gonna
the
stop
smell
and
of
just contemplate where my life is right now.
Fair enough. It swings its arms as the smell of freshly baked bread fills the lower the lower mine. Meanwhile, up at the mine entrance, Mildreth, it's your turn. What do you do?
They always said that I wasn't a good girl. They did. They said I wasn't, and that I'd never be a good girl. Now I'm gonna burn with my improper temperature. And in my triggered trauma of remembering all the days of being punished for having improper temperature, because it's just really hard to be the right temperature all the time. I unconsciously summon a ghost army of all of my ghost friends that I had back in seminary school.
All right, let's roll a d12. Ooh. All right, you do summon the ghost army. They surround you. Hi there, Mildreth. Why are you crying?
I'm stealing from the church.
Wow! Don't you know the vital virtue of the church?
I thought it was something about always being good and fetching the money for the church.
No, it's about communism. What's yours is mine, and what's mine is yours.
Oh yeah,
All
that's why they
toys are
keep taking all
shareable.
my stuff.
Yeah, so that means you can take their stuff too.
Yeah, I owe them a lot of money though.
Well, then they owe you a lot of money by that logic.
Oh, okay. Also, I'm starting to burn a little bit.
Oh yeah, I did notice it was hot here.
Yeah.
And your ghost friend turns around, looking at the fire elemental. Now see here, you young man. And Lachey just kind of smashes the ghost.
Wait. You produce water from your face. I produce fire from my face. Is this your frozen domain, water elemental?
Yes.
Uh,
I don't really understand the question.
You are the Ice Queen, the most powerful water elemental. You have summoned me. Free me from this icy prison, and I will gift you a precious item beyond compare.
I don't know about all that, but if you want to leave the doors right over there.
Very well.
Lachey begins stepping out into the blizzard and seems to disappear within the blizzard. As he goes, he leaves behind a lamp. It's a oil lamp made of solid brass.
It's shiny.
It is. At this point, the fire has left. The temperature is returning to normal, but you smell from below the smell of fresh baked bread. What do you do?
Yeah, I feel like such a failure right now, and I just want my friends. So I'm gonna go down, and maybe they're having a nice picnic, and that would be a good pick-me-up right now. I could use some warm baked goods.
You certainly could. And so you descend down the elevator, and as the elevator opens, you see that the other cool adventurers are currently grappling with this enormous golem made out of freshly baked dough. It's has a foul temper. It's definitely a sourdough as it throws Veryl across the cavern and crashes its fist down. Jayne is just very frustrated, kind of screaming at it, telling it to behave as Sid is cowering behind some mining equipment.
Well, that's still good.
Perhaps... glad to see you joining us.
Hi guys, what is that? Is this the Muffin Man?
It's the
Veryl made a friend.
Okay, okay. It looks more like a hard bread. Perhaps. Maybe we should just get in the elevator and get out of here. It's not a good day.
There's water in the elevator.
Yeah.
You know.
Everywhere.
I think we should get out of here. I think screw this church, because remember, Houndakkah is all about family. Right? Right.
They wouldn't want us dying just for some silly mine. Probably.
Yeah. Wait. So you're all thinking that we just get up and leave and just let all the bad stuff settle here?
No.
Once you're doing the thing I want to do?
That's not what I said.
It's I thought that I tear at my collar and I break it off. I'm so
you rip the collar off,
and I'm just like, and then I just turn back into like my
you turn
form,
yes.
And I'm just like, oh my god, that was embarrassing. But you know what? I did learn something today, and that you don't always get to choose your found family. It's not so much that I found you, it's that I guess you've all kind of found me. So, I don't want to see this one cry anymore, and this dough monster is disgusting tasting. I ate a couple bites. It's not good. Let's get going.
Yeah,
Did you butter
let the
bread?
church handle this.
Yeah. And I feel like just because you blow up a mine doesn't mean that it's not a mine anymore. It's just pre-excavated, right?
Yeah, they only wanted us to assess the mine. All we have to say is Instinctive's here. They never said it had to be in one piece.
You know, let's maybe grab a little bit of instinctite on the way out. Just maybe a couple handfuls. No, nobody.
Yes, no, yes.
Okay, all right.
Do it. I need the money real bad. Oh God.
And so you grab a few chunks of insinkite and put it in your satchels. Jayne, you wanted to say something. What do you got?
If we leave, then my dove monster friend will be gone. It'll be gone. It'll be gone. Yo, you're gone. Dove monster, you're gone. Whoa, gone.
I think it's time that we say bye.
You're tearing
You
up
are
my
all
heart.
hit by black bolts of lightning. All of you! And
Well,
it reverberates off of the
A lot of water in here. It's conducting
4
electricity.
points of damage to everybody.
Veryl doesn't know.
That was
any
my freebie.
insinkite.
You owed me.
That was your freebie. That's fine. And with that, Veryl picks up Jayne as she continues to make singing puns, and the cool adventurers ascend the mine elevator as the
Kid and
dough
I are
elemental-
shoveling some insinkite into our pockets.
shoveling some in as the dough elemental begins ripping the bottom of the mine shaft apart. You jump out of the mine into the mine elevator into the opening of the mine just as the mine shaft collapses. And as you look out, the blizzard has passed. Or at least it's lighter. It's kind of a light snowfall, and you see the sun creep over the mountains of death, which immediately trigger the alarms, and all of the mine beneath you explodes. Black smoke pluming out of the entrance.
I'm sad.
It's such a great force that the four of you tumble out of the mine onto the ground. So it's the four of you. Jayne, you notice as you land, there's a tiny little jar, and it has a note attached to it. Do you want to investigate it?
Yeah.
All right, you go up. Let's odd or even. I'll give you a 50-50 shot.
Oh, even.
All right, let's roll that D4. Hey, look at that. It's a Houndakkah miracle. You pick it up, and the little jar contains a tiny little bit of dough.
Oh, cool.
And the note says, I swiped this while no one was looking. Happy
Hey.
Gruber mix. Happy Gruber knock,
Hey.
you little scoundrel.
Hey, you all. I think I've got a new holiday. First of all, two things. One, I got a new holiday, and it's Grubermas. So that's my holiday. And so that's cool. And number two, if I create a new monster, I'm gonna name him Doughy Fatone.
You are struck by a black bolt of lightning as
Flowers.
ice elementals drop out of the sky like giant balls of hail. They surround all of you, and they push Mildreth and Veryl aside as they march towards Sid. They grab Sid and they pick him up, and they go, those damn refrigerators only had a 3-month warranty.
That's pretty good.
Yes, but it was actually 3.5 because I love you so much.
Good deal.
They ascend into the sky with Sid as the three of you look on.
Oh,
Snow begins to fall, and you look down on Oakvale from your perch high above Mount Death, and it's actually a very picturesque scene. Veryl learning the value of the holiday season is actually family, and making Mildreth feel a little bit better is a good thing. Mildreth learned the value of financial responsibility comes from stealing stuff that's just on the ground. That's how dogs eat, so it seems like a fine thing to do.
I'm gonna have to kill a lynch.
Yeah, you're gonna have to kill a lich. That'll be fun. And Jayne, learned that sometimes the most valuable thing to take is
I have a note.
oh,
Important thing to.
Is it
I-
A minus negative?
It was. So the sky gondola, I noticed as we number one, I can drive it down and I can use it get down because I can,
Right.
Can we come?
You
Yeah.
hit the whistle tones.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
funny part about it is it's not attached to any ropes. So that sky gondola is no strings attached.
oh! As
I used
Jayne
all my
points-
EP on puns.
As Jayne points that out, she's struck by another black bolt of lightning. Just as Sylvester makes his way up the mountain,
Okay.
he's like, "Oh, hey, I'm still alive!" And
That's
the
nice.
black bolt of lightning jumps off of Jayne, striking the gondola, causing it to explode, causing
Oh.
Sylvester to slide off of a ledge and fall once again. Oh no!
Yeah, it's okay. We didn't. He's not part of our family. It's just us.
Oh,
No one else
on.
matters.
Who else is part of the Cool Adventurer family? Does it include Sid, who's now been taken by ice elementals under mysterious circumstances?
Oh God.
Not mysterious. He
He
scammed
should have
them. We know
explained
what
to them
happened.
that if the ice elementals sell the refrigerators, and if they sell them to a downline, then they can
third
get a
party.
percentage when they
Yeah.
sell and it goes up the
Yeah.
upline. I don't know why he didn't explain that to them.
Why indeed? Why indeed? Other great questions to be answered. Will Mildreth have to have a wizard's duel to the death against a lich?
It's very clear
Will-
that I have to do that.
Will Veryl be able to overcome his godly curse placed on him by the good boy? And
Is it a
what will Jayne bake with that holiday dough? These mysteries and more to be undercovered, undercovered, some covered. Why not? Next time on Hazards and Hijinks. Wowie, wow, what a great episode. I love the holiday season. The Celestial Kitten is celebrating us and all of our creativity, and they're celebrating you and all of your generosity. Thank you so very much to everyone who donated tonight. We had some great big bad evil monsters. We haven't had those in a while. We had some great curses. That was a lot of fun. And we got an epic, we got enchanted armor. That was a blast. Definitely Veryl appreciated not being hit at all this session. Certainly was a lot of fun. If you watched all the way to this point, please like, subscribe, follow. If you've got a Prime account, you get a free subscription. So why not do that? That gets you access to our emotes. Also, you can follow us on Instagram. You can follow us on Twitter. You can follow us on other social medias to help us build next week's adventure. And finally, if you really want to support us and make the show even better than it already is, please head on over to our Patreon, become a patron, and help us make the show even better. I want to give a big thank you to our moderator tonight. Thank you very much, Slayer Clutch. And I want to give a big thank out to our channel familiar, that being MC Smitherman. And I will remind all of you, $50 donation anytime this month will get you that Kitten Miss card. So let's have a big huzzah for that. But I'm not going to end the show asking for a huzzah. No, I am going to end the show asking for a holly jolly huzzah. 3, 2, 1. Holly jolly huzzah!
Huzzah!
We'll get it. We'll figure it out
That's
later.
pretty
You can
close.
workshop it.
Pretty good.
Merry Christmas, Happy
I
Holiday,
didn't get any notes.
Merry Christmas, Happy Houndakkah.
And we just got hit with a cease and desist.
All I want
Chris
for
Kirk-
Houndakkah
Chris
is you.
Patrickness.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't want a lot for Houndakkah.
Houndakkah.
There's just one thing that I
I
need.
need.
I
I don't
Sourdough
care
rolling
about
up
the
on-
sweet
baby,
toys
I just need
underneath
you
the
petting
Yuletide
me.
Okay, the real talk though, Doughy Fatone is pretty good.
Joey Fatone.
Joey Fatone's pretty good.
That you wrote a check there, Jayne. And that check
We
better
be seeing
be
a Doughy
cashed.
Fatone.
How could I not cash the Doughy Fatone check?
Was brass lantern? Like a glass lantern? No.
What is